"Present yourself," the ceremony master shouted. Dirge flashed back to 9 years ago. A chill went down her spine as Arya's scream echoed in her mind. She wanted to swim away, but the whole community was waiting. She turned to see their heads bobbing, eyes watching, expressionless. Dirge placed both hands on the rock at the edge of the water. The cove around her glowed red in the sun, but the part she held was a dull beige in her shadow. She lifted herself, summoning a surge of water pushing from below to assist her, then rested her tail on the rocks. Her magic couldn't help her now. She muscled her way further up the shore, walking on her hands with her tail dragging behind, scraping along the rocks. As her weight shifted and gravity pulled her back toward the water, she chipped off scales, but she pushed on. Her progress was slow, but deliberate. She gained more and more distance between her and the water. She got to the edge of the altar, pausing momentarily to catch her breath, and glanced behind her. She saw a face, either her mother or one of her sisters, smirking. Dirge would rest later. She turned to reach for the top. Her fingertips were just able to grasp it. She pulled, her arms shaking. She threw one arm up to lay her forearm on the flat surface, but misjudged the placement and slid off the altar, the fingertips of her other hand tearing off of the rock as well. Her upper body made impact with the ground. A single cackle rang out from the audience. It was Melody's voice. Dirge's eyes narrowed as she reached again. Her blood boiling, she thrust herself upwards. First her upper arm, then her whole arm, her hips, then her tail. She turned to lay on her back, chest heaving. Now came the true anguish. A low murmur could be heard from all those watching, and the elf resumed his shouting, but all Dirge could hear was her heartbeat pounding in her head. When the elf stopped and stared down at her, she knew it was her turn to speak. She gathered the clearest voice she could, stabilizing herself so she sounded less exhausted and terrified than she actually was. "I will carry salt water in my veins to remember my home and my duty." She told herself she wouldn't flinch, but as the elf's staff slowly lowered toward her tail and the blue light it emitted grew brighter, Dirge could no longer look. She closed her eyes and turned her head away from the water so her family would not see her face. A searing pain tore down the middle of her tail, starting near her fins and moving toward her hips. The bottom half of her body was being ripped in two. Her scales felt like they were being picked off her body one by one, leaving behind a burning sensation. She bit her lips together as she stifled a scream. She tried to flail, to move her tail, but something pinned her to the altar. Her fingers grabbed at the rock, scratching and clawing, feeling the skin peel from her fingertips after her nails were ground down to the flesh. Tears fell from her eyes as the pain became unbearable. As quickly as it came, there was suddenly nothing.